are coming to Huygens wave theory. So many things we have discussed. And already I said Christian Huygens is the father of wave theory of light. Wave theory of light is also called as classical wave theory. It is called classical wave theory because this wave theory could explain most of the phenomena related to light. So in this topic we have studied many things. Wavefront we have studied, types of wavefront we have studied, converging wavefront we have studied, diverging wavefront we have studied, plane wavefront we have studied, and also we have said ray of light is always perpendicular to wavefront. And next what we studied was, the previous topic was Huygens theory on secondary wavelet. In that topic I said every point on the surface of a wavefront is acting as a tiny source of light. That will give rise to small waves called secondary wavelets. That propagates in the medium. Common envelopes to all the secondary wavelets will give rise to the new wavefront. All these things I have already said. Now I am going to explain you reflection of light in terms of Huygens wave theory. In this case, I am taking a plane wavefront. See, AB is a plane wavefront. Incident on a mirror. This is a mirror. M dash is a mirror. On the mirror surface, a plane wavefront is incident at an angle I. In terms of ray of light, when we take, this is a ray of light, and this is a normal, and this is I. This I and this I both are same. In terms of wavefront, when we see the angle of incidence, that is the angle between the wavefront and the reflecting surface. This is a plane wavefront, and the corresponding rays are shown here as 1, 2, and 3. Now, one thing you see is that the part A of the wavefront is already in contact with the reflecting surface. Now, the secondary wavelets, I would speak secondary wavelets, because we are using Huygens theory on secondary wavelets theory here. Yeah, okay. So the part A of the wavefront is already in contact with the surface M dash. While secondary wavelets from B to reach the point R will take a time t seconds and will travel a distance C into T. Actually, this distance AR is C into T. Within this time, secondary wavelets from A will travel a distance AG. That too is equal to C into T and will reach the point G. Once again I say, the part A of the wavefront is already in contact with the surface M dash. Secondary wavelets from B to reach the point R will take time t seconds and will travel a distance is equal to C into T. Why C into T? Because distance travelled by light in t seconds is equal to velocity into time. That is C into T. This distance is C into T. In this very same interval of time, secondary wavelets from A will reach the point G, travel the same distance C into T. So this is the condition about it. Now look at the geometry of the figure. We are getting okay. Now, so this is a secondary wavelet. Secondary wavelets from this is like this, and reach here. A common envelope drawn to the secondary wavelets at G, including the point R. Once again, secondary wavelets from A, secondary wavelets are coming and reaching to the point G like this. That is not shown here. That is why I am showing by a sign. This is secondary wavelets reaching from the point A. Now a common envelope is drawn from R to the secondary wavelets at G. The line RG will show you or give you the new reflected wavefront. So what is reflected wavefront? RG is the reflected wavefront. And this angle is R. In terms of ray of light, this is the angle of refraction. Angle of refraction in terms of rays, the angle between the reflected ray and the normal. In terms of the wavefront, the angle between the reflecting surface and the reflected wavefront. Now looking at the geometry of the figure, we have two triangles. See these two triangles, which are triangles? These triangles are ABR, one triangle. Other triangle is AGR. One is ABR and other is AGR. In these two triangles, angle so from these two triangles, already I said this angle, that is angle B is equal to angle G. Why B is equal to G? Because 1, 2, 3 are incident rays. AB is the incident wavefront. Again, GR is the reflected wavefront. Corresponding reflected rays are 1, 2 and 3. And everybody knows that the angle made by a ray of light to wavefront is always equal to 90 degree. That means ray of light is perpendicular to the wavefront. Hence, angle B is equal to angle G. That is written here. Angle B is equal to angle G, being 90 degree. And now, side AR is equal to side AR. That is a common side. Okay? Next, this side. Next, BR is equal to side BR is equal to side AG. Why that? Because these two distances are equal to C into T. That is also equal to each other. Hence, we can say that triangle ABR is congruent to triangle AGR. When these two triangles are congruent to each other, angle I is equal to angle R. And this is law of reflection. So now I am going to explain you a refraction of light in terms of Huygens wave theory of light. That means secondary wave theory. In this case, PQ is a interface between two media. If this is air, this is water. If this is rare, this is denser. And PQ is the interface between these two media. It is transparent surface. On the transparent surface PQ, a plane wavefront is made into incident. So which is the plane wavefront? This AB is the plane wavefront. The corresponding rays are this 1, 2, 3 are the corresponding rays. Am I correct? Yeah. The angle of incidence is I. Angle of incidence in terms of the wavefront is taken between the surface and the wavefront itself. This is I. I is noted here. Oh, okay. Now we see that the part A of the wavefront is already in touch with the PQ, but secondary waves from B to reach the point D will take some time and will travel a distance equal to C into T. So what you see, BD is equal to C into T. This angle is I and this angle is 90 degree. Why it is 90 degree? That also you know. Why? Because ray of light is always perpendicular to the wavefront. So this is the right angle triangle. Okay? From the right angle triangle, sin I can be calculated. Okay? Next. Within the time when the secondary wavelets from B reaches the point D, the secondary wavelets from A will reach the point C dash. See the secondary wavelets that are also shown here. A common envelope drawn to these refracted wavefronts with a common surface, that surface is CD, then the CD will be the new refracted wavefront. And this angle is angle of refraction. So once again I am repeating, right? In time, the secondary wavelets from B reaches the point D, the refracted wavefront from A will reach the point C dash. Same thing here also, the ray of light will fall here, secondary wavelets are produced and that will reach at this particular point taking a certain time. Am I correct? The common envelope drawn to all these secondary wavelets, this secondary wavelet, this secondary wavelet, and this is the new refracted wavefront. And angle of refraction, already I said that is R. So two triangles are there. This is one triangle. What is that triangle? ABD. And which is other triangle? ACD. Both are right angle triangles. Because here, these rays are the refracted rays. If this is 1, this is also 1. 1, 2, 3 are the corresponding refracted rays. From these two triangles, as it is shown in the figure, from these two triangles we can write sin I is equal to BD by AD. That is equal to V1T divided by AD. And sin R is equal to, everything is clearly written here, sin R is equal to AC by AD. That is equal to V2 into T divided by AD. Therefore, sin I by sin R is equal to V1 into T divided by V2 into T. This is equal to V1 by V2. This is refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. Something more you have. So that way you have seen already. Sin A by sin R is the refractive index. That is V1 by V1T by V2T. TD cancels. V1 by V2. That's equal to mu21. What is mu21? What is mu21? The refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. This is law of refraction in terms of Huygens secondary wavelet theory. Thank you. Now I am going to speak on how the refraction takes place, or the behavior of refraction takes place through lenses, prism, etc. Lenses, mirror, and lenses, prism, etc. The figure number 1 shows a convex lens. A plane wavefront is made to fall on it, and this plane wavefront, after refraction through the lens, it comes out to be converging wavefronts, and it becomes equal to 0. It is converging to a point. Okay. Second case, this figure shows the refraction through a concave lens. You will see that here also on the concave lens, a plane wavefront is made to be incident, and after refraction it goes diverging. This diagram, a plane wavefront is made to fall on a prism. Then how the refraction takes place through the prism and coming out as a plane wavefront itself, that is shown in the figure. This is emerging wavefront. Same is the case with convex lens. So convex lens, how a converging wavefront is made. So this converging wavefront is actually terminating to the focus of the lens. This is a plane wavefront. Plane wavefront can sometimes be shown like this, and symbol lines also. These arrow marks are showing the rays of light.